Tonight on the update, government constructs clinics, lavatories and boreholes. First half of export receipts record $8 billion. Employment Ministry charges hospitality players. APERM workshop held. Ghana remains committed to African peer review. One district, one factory implementation underway. And Golden Movie Awards nominees list out. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of July. Many thanks for joining us here on DGN and also on Facebook Live. This is The Update. My name is Godwin Nambo. And thank you for making time to be with us. Now, the government has begun construction of 26 rural clinics, mechanized boreholes and lavatories in 26 constituencies in 10 regions in the country as part of the Infrastructure for the Poverty Eradication Program, IPEP. This was revealed to journalists when a team from the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives inspected some of the projects in the Eastern region last week. With the exception of the newly created 6 regions, all the existing regions would benefit. A total number of 217 IPEP projects are underway in the Eastern region. They include 105 10-seater water closet institutional lavatories with mechanized boreholes, 105 community-based mechanized solar-powered water system, and 7 1,000 metric tons prefabricated grains warehouses. Under the IPEP, each of the 275 constituencies is allocated the equivalent of $1 million annually to be invested in infrastructure development initiatives managed and implemented by the 3 development authorities under the Office of the President. Recently, the Ministry of Finance granted the letters of commencement to the 3 development authorities for full implementation of the $1 million per constituency pledge. Let's do some business news now. Export receipts for the first half of the year remained robust at nearly $8 billion, the Bank of Ghana (BOG) has said. Together with a relatively lower import bill, the receipts positively impacted on the trade account. Provisional trade balance for the first half of this year recorded a surplus of $1.9 billion compared to a surplus of $1.3 billion in the first half of 2018. Dr. Ernest Addison, Governor of Bank of Ghana, who made this known, said the current account surplus, though marginal, was the first in recent history. On gross international reserves (GIR), he said it stood at $8.6 billion at the end of June 2019, up from $7 billion at the end of December 2018. In line with the above development, he announced that the stock of public debt rose to 200 billion Ghana cedis at the end of May 2019, compared with 153.4 billion Ghana cedis. The Ghana cedi cumulatively depreciated by 8.2% in the year to July 18, 2019, compared with 5.8% for the corresponding period of 2018. The domestic currency market, he pointed out, remained relatively calm. Moving on, Deputy Minister of Employment and Labour Relations, Bright Rekubrobe, has urged the players in the hospitality industry to urgently tackle the issues of low wages and occupational and safety challenges. The Deputy Minister also entreated them to ensure the payment of social security and raise the low payment of pensions to employees in the sector. Mr. Rekubrobe urged them to work hard to reverse the erroneous impression that hotels are places for practicing immorality in order to boost the patronage of the country's tourism destinations and increase its contribution to national development. He underscored the need for hospitality operators to ensure variety in the kind of cuisines they served to clients in order to attract both local and international tourists and enhance their competitiveness. Mr. Rekubrobe gave the advice when he opened the Maiden International Labour Organization's ILO's Core Hospitality Coaching (HOCO) Training of Enterprises workshop in Accra on Monday. The training was funded by the governments of Switzerland and Norway with the objective of improving the competencies of players in the hospitality industry to improve the quality of service delivery, working conditions of workers, and enhance cost productivity. The beneficiaries were small-scale enterprises and members of the Ghana Hotels Association, Ghana Employers Association, Association of Ghana Industries, and the Sekondi Takoradi Chamber of Trade and Industries. But Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Dr. Ziblim Idi Barry, painted a gloomy picture of the country's hospitality industry, explaining that Ghana placed 120th position out of 136 countries assessed by the World Economic Forum in terms of their tourism competitiveness and hygiene. Mr. Reku Brobe said the hospitality industry contributed immensely towards the country's socio-economic development and commended the ILO for the initiative. Now, Foreign Minister Shirley Ayorkor has indicated that Ghana remains committed to the African Peer Review Mechanism, APERM. The Foreign Minister made this known in a speech at the opening ceremony of a two-day regional experience sharing and sensitization workshop on second-generation African peer reviews. The workshop, which kicked off in Accra on Monday, July 22nd, brings together countries, development partners, and non-state actors to facilitate peer learning on how African Peer Review Mechanism (APERM) review processes were carried out, with particular regard to the second review and how recommendations in the first APERM reviews have been used to achieve better outcomes. The workshop would, among others, assess progress made in governance and socio-economic development in member states during the period of the first review. It would further reinvigorate, rationalize, and institutionalize the APERM in governance reforms within member states and evaluate the extent to which the National Programme of Action is being implemented and its continued relevance. Furthermore, it allowed participants to benefit from innovative approaches which could be used to extend participation to the district or local government levels, according to the minister. Ghana was one of the first countries to submit herself to the APERM process because of the conviction that the process has the capacity to enhance good governance on the continent. The Akumfi Fruits and Juices Limited has started test run of its extraction lines. The Ghana Exim Bank Finance Fruits Processing Company is set to be at its completion stage. On 25th August 2017, President Akufo-Addo commissioned the Akumfi Fruits and Juices Limited, the first fruit processing factory to be established under government's One District, One Factory, One D1F initiative. National Coordinator of the 1D1F program, Gifty Ohini Kunedu, paid a welcome visit to the factory in the Central region last week to monitor the progress of work. She explained that the Akumfi factory was a desire by the president to establish a factory in every district of Ghana. The Director of Operations of Akumfi Fruits and Juices Limited, Frederick Kobina Aqua, disclosed that aside the extraction line that has been installed, the processing and the packaging plants will be installed in the coming weeks. He revealed the company would not only process pineapple juice but go into mixed fruits such as passion fruits, citrus, and ginger to augment production varieties. He also added the Italian manufacturers of the extraction machines have successfully trained Ghanaian staff to enable the locals operate the machine. And finally, the full list of nominees for the 2019 edition of the Golden Movie Awards has been announced. The award scheme seeks to celebrate and promote the accomplishment of movie makers in Africa who have made tremendous efforts to promote the African film industry. The 5th edition of the award is scheduled for takeoff on the 24th of August 2019 at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. According to organizers, this year's edition is going to witness the introduction of the Golden Movie Awards Africa Walk of Fame. Organizers say this is a pre-honorary activity on the day of the main event for 5 legends who have been in the industry for more than 5 years and have contributed immensely to the growth of the film industry. Now, the list of nominees consists of 25 categories like Golden Screenplay, Golden Actor in a Drama, Golden Actress in a Drama, Golden Actor Comedy, and so on. Mimi and Danny Michaels, who is the brain behind the award scheme, revealed Nadia Buhari, Van Veka, Roger Quartey, Jackie Appiah, and Abdul Salam Mumuni will be the first batch of legends to be celebrated on the Walk of Fame. She recognized the effort of these people in the industry and believed that their honor was due them. And this is where we draw the curtains, but we'd like to invite you to visit our website at www.dailyguidenetwork.com, or on Facebook at Daily Guide Africa, on Instagram and YouTube at the Daily Guide Network, or personally with me at Godwin Nambo. The update is brought to you by Diamond Cement. Diamond Cement should be your preferred choice. And Press Express, for all your delivery needs, call Press Express today. Many thanks for watching. My name is Godwin Nambo. Have a good evening.